New listings in the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver have made a roaring comeback and shaken off the holiday hangover. At the same time, sales inched up last week. Find out how more inventory will affect buyers and sellers on today's Monday Market Monitor. The first week of January is in the books, and as expected, we have some much happier numbers to report for last week on today's Monday Market Monitor. So let's get to work. For last week, January 2nd to January 8th, 2023, we had a whopping 552 listings hit the market. That is the highest number of new listings in the last 5 weeks. And if sellers keep coming to the market at this pace, it will be good news for buyers because there is a distinct lack of product out there, and there are buyers who are ready, willing, and able to transact. As for listings that expired or came to the end of their term, we had 88 of those, which is right back in line with our averages. So it's good to see that data point returning to the historical norms that we are used to seeing. On price changes, 105 sellers decided last week was finally a good time to adjust their price. I seriously expected there to be more sellers that have been sitting on the market to consider making a haircut, especially those that have been on the market since November, but apparently only 105 of them thought that it was a good idea. I mean, remember, with that little inventory coming to the market over the past 2 months, that meant that there was less competition for sellers and buyers had fewer choices. And in market conditions like that, if the seller did not sell, you might guess that, their pricing had something to do with it. Either way, can I get a drum roll, please? For the number of sales last week, well, we inched up from 154 sales the previous week to 175 this past week. While that number may still seem low, I feel that the lowest of the lows in the sales are now behind us, and this number will steadily rise as long as those new listings that I talked about keep pace. For those 175 lucky sellers, it took an average of 30 days to get a successful sale. So that number's crept up, and my guess is it's because some of that stale inventory from November adjusted pricing right before the holidays and gave themselves the gift of a sale for Christmas. You know how I love to track the number of properties selling at or above the list price, and no surprise, but that number dropped to 13.1%. I say that it is no surprise because there were only 82 new listings that hit that previous week. So how could there be enough product to keep that number up? What I do expect is to see that percentage keep trending higher, especially if the new listings keep pace. Finally, you know I have been tracking the trends for properties selling under $1 million and the percentage of attached homes to detached homes selling because there looked to be almost a shift in the market. Now, the previous week looked like all the forecasting I did was thrown out the window, but it turns out the numbers might have just been a blip because we are right back to the trend where we are shifting from the under $1 million condos and townhomes being more popular with buyers to the over $1 million detached homes being the new favorite. So last week, the percentage of properties under $1 million that sold dropped all the way back down to 56%, which is right where we left off before the blip. And the percentage of attached, aka condos and townhomes that sold, also dropped back to 69%, meaning there are more detached homes selling now than before. So my theory might still hold true with a couple more weeks of data, and we may see this new trend emerge, and sellers with detached properties might now be back in favor with buyers. The next couple of weeks will give us a really good indication of what our spring market will look like, so keep tuning into these videos for the latest information about the Vancouver real estate market. And remember, if you want to have an in-depth conversation about the Vancouver real estate market and how these stats will affect your home sale or your home purchase, then reach out for some expert advice. Thanks so much again for tuning into your Monday Market Monitor, and we will see you in the next video.